Make sure. Hey, welcome to the episode of the PacersPridePodcast. I am your summer host, Dylan Deanhart. Alongside, again, by the power of technology, is my co-host, Emerson. Cody, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Have day off work, so that's always good. And just relaxing and recording a podcast.
Yeah, that was me that over the weekend. I did not have to do anything, and that was a great change of pace, in my opinion. But over the week, we have some Pacer news. Of course, the draft happened on Thursday. Pacer picked 23rd and 50th. Some controversy with the 23rd pick in selecting future point guard Aaron Holiday. Most people were supportive of this. There were some people who were notably deceased who were not happy with the pick of Aaron Holiday. Cody, your thoughts?
I love the pick. Because the biggest thing is, we talked about it, I think, a little bit last week when we were doing our first show back. Corey Joseph and Darren Collison, their contracts. Whoops, that's my phone. Real quick. But yeah, both contracts are up after this season, so a point guard is definitely a kind of need, and we kind of on Aaron Holiday a little bit last week. Biggest issue I think we brought up was his turnovers. He did average, I think, around 4-ish per game. You're going to need to cut that number down. But working with Collison, working with who led the league in assist to turnover ratio, and working with a really good defensive, I think Holiday has great mental. You have one on the offensive who can orient the offense, and Collison, and then Corey Joseph can help him with defense. Don't sleep on Aaron Holiday's defense, because I was looking up his stats and everything, and I think I read that he averaged at least one steal per game every year at UCLA. So he's no slouch on the defensive end. So, but there's always room for improvement, and especially trying to cut those turnovers down. I love the pick.
I know some. I like the pick too. I mean, we don't have a guard guaranteed next year at all. We don't have a lot guaranteed through next year at all. That's besides the point. I think Aaron Hall is a good fit. I like his. I saw some video of him from UCLA. I like his stroke. I think it's very natural, very pure. Similar to Vic's actually. If you look at it, he has a lot of Vic tendencies too. He likes to do that dribble back to the half court line and then just sprint towards the defense. Which I guess is becoming more and more popular in the NBA now these days. I know, going back to Tony, I know, like, it caught me off guard. He just does not like this pick.
What?
He did not like that he's old. He is 22. He's a 4-year senior.
Okay.
So he will be 20. He'll be he's already one of the old Pacers members. And he said, I know he was trying to like defend himself on Twitter, but like UCLA gave up, I think, 108 points per game during the season, or something. Or it was some defensive weird statistic that he found that showed that despite everybody's praise of Holiday's defense, that UCLA struggled defensively. So I don't know if like that'll be a thing to arise, but his versatility, I like length. He has good wingspan. So and he had numbers, which there's nothing that it wouldn't translate to the NBA, but I mean, all mystery until he actually gets on the floor. So
yeah,
and will he be in the summer league? I think he will be.
Yeah, I would assume he would be.
And I don't know of anybody else that we've signed for the summer league. Because I think
I'm not sure either.
Because I haven't seen anything. The Pacers said, "Oh, we've signed this and this for our camp training or summer contract," but I know at least know Aaron Holiday's on the you'll probably back up Darren or maybe Joseph. I don't know what he'll rotation. I would imagine you want him to get on the floor as much as possible, seeing as he's already 22.
Yep. I'm not for sure how much we're going to see of him, especially this year. I think this may just be like a learning season for him.
I hope he doesn't get the Joe Young treatment. I don't, because I feel he won't grow.
But I think this year, and unless like an injury happens to like either D or Kojo,
Which Carlson has injuries this season, so it's not out of the picture.
So I think that's about the only way he sees the floor, unfortunately, unless it's garbage minutes.
Yeah.
Which then he'll obviously see the floor. But coming in here, we have our point guards set, and
hopefully, cross your fingers.
I don't think we're gonna throw a rookie in over guys who have proven themselves.
Yeah. And it does bring a very build to Darren Collison, so I think it gives it some leeway with it, that they can put a player in who will operate the floor very similar to that of their starting point guard. So I think that'll help the bench that they won't have a guy who comes in, runs an offense completely different like what they were doing with Lance, who's more of an ISO kind of guy, and that's the person who was running the offense. Now they have a guy in Holiday who loves to run the pick and roll, which is what Pacers mainly do on offense anyway. So that'll be good to have some of the kind of stability on the bench.
Yeah, I'm going through Twitter stuff. Just, I see where he's talking about.
I forget what number he said, but it's like he was trying to do himself against a guy on Twitter.
I don't remember, but what can Aaron Holiday do well besides? I think he's a good passer. I've seen some highlights. I mean, he averaged 5-6 assists.
I think it was 6.
I mean, that's pretty good for a point guard in college, and he rebounded pretty well. I think 4, something. So
I know Tony wanted Jalen Johnson. That's who he wanted instead. He said he thought I was listening to their podcast.
Though, I think we talked about this on the show. How old is Jalen Brunson?
He's a junior, so he's 22. He's roughly the same age.
Yeah, so I don't see why he'd be complaining about age, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was listening to their podcast that they recorded live on draft day, and that's exactly what Adam said. He's like, you're complaining about Jalen Brunson, but he's the exact same age as Aaron Holiday. So it's we'll know more whether this is a good pick in the regular season, but
the only pick I would have been fine with is, and I hate to get off topic since we're kind of struck time.
No, you're good. You're good.
How far K-Debate fell.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I guess that's me speaking from an Ohio State bias, but the one pick, if he was there, and if we wouldn't have taken him, I don't know, I would have been really upset. But
yeah, he did. I apologize, Pacer, for doing it. I got a notification from Shanowski that said the Spurs were paying different.
Yeah, that too.
And I was like, oh crap, that means he's available. And so I dumped the gun on the tweet, and then little did I know that the Minnesota Timberwolves, who I didn't think needed a small forward with
That's the thing. I didn't think. I mean, because you have
Wiggins, Butler,
whoever they throw out of the 3, and then. Well, I mean, they could use a backup, maybe. I don't know.
I know there are like tensions between Jimmy Butler and Wiggins that I read, but yep, not fall to Pacers with the 50th pick. That's actually a good transition. With the 50th pick, Pacers pick up Missouri State. Yeah, Missouri State. 9 forward. Elise Johnson.
Yeah.
Pretty much just rebound guy, from what people have said. He has a bit of an outside shot, not consistent, but he's going to be here because of his rebounding talent. He averaged 11.6 in the nation, or 5th in the nation, as a junior. So.
Yeah, this I'm happy with because you always use some more rebounding. Because we know. Well, think of due to Miles, his injury struggles last year, but Pacers kind of struggled on the rebounding a little bit, because I still don't think I love Sabonis and everything, but I don't think a bench guy should be leading you in rebounding.
Yeah. By the way, it's pronounced Alize.
Alize. Okay,
Yeah.
I had a. Yay. Proud of him.
So, I would imagine he's going to go the route of Ike. Probably start in the G League. I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of carves out a bench role, like one that is him of Al Jefferson and those kind of minutes that he had during the regular season. I wouldn't be shocked if he took those kind of minutes. But I think he's gonna spend a good majority of the first half of the season at least in G League, just kind of developing, getting his feet wet. So I wouldn't expect too much out of him right away. So at least personally.
I will say though, Hayes wrote an article on HQ. I think it was after. And I was looking up his and everything. I hope we get the number like.
Oh yeah. I saw that article.
Yeah, because shot 38. If you round up, 39% from three.
Which is what Miles and Sabonis shot from the field last season.
Unfortunately, it dipped drastically to 28%.
Yeah.
His senior season.
And I think you said in the article, if you want to be on the floor in NBA basketball right now, you gotta shoot.
You kind of have to the floor.
Yeah.
So I love. I think you tweeted out right out after his NBA commitment.
Yeah, I got that notification from Bleacher Report.
So could possibly be replacing his draft comparison.
Yeah,
but he's a workhorse. I said it in the article, and for him to average, I think 6'8", 6'9".
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned.
Yeah, he's 6'9",
I think. For him
to
average almost 12 points a game is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So could be another energy guy. Kind of gonna. I can compare him more to like.
I think he could be like a Booker.
Don't get me wrong, comparison, but Draymond Green.
I was gonna say Trevor Booker. In terms of just like being more towards Pacers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I think that's what kind of minutes he could take and what kind of game he could model itself after. So, I don't know what to expect out of him. I kind of see Ike and come up because I feel like he's got some promise, but I don't know what the Pacers' plans for him.
It's gonna be. I think we could see a bit more of Ike, especially if that option.
Yeah.
Get what everyone is assuming, maybe of the Sabonis Turner starting lineup.
Because there's no way I think TJ Leaf's ready.
And then you could throw Ike as a backup, as Turner's backup. So I don't know.
Because I think
because we really haven't seen.
Yeah, we've seen a couple games.
Yeah, mainly just garbage time.
Yeah, and we still have Poitras, right? Yeah, he's guaranteed next year.
Poitras, who we really haven't seen either.
Yeah.
On and GR. And
maybe we just say screw it, start Alex Poitras at power forward, back up TJ Leaf, and then just go haywire like no one would expect. But this is gonna be a very fun summer league team to watch because I'm assuming it's gonna be Poitras, it's gonna be Holiday, it's gonna be Leaf, it's gonna be Ike, Alize. I don't know who else would see in like forward role. That'll probably be picked up undrafted agents, but it's kind of interesting as summer. Seen anything?
What?
Seen any free agent pickups for at least the summer?
I haven't.
Okay.
I know teams have been.
Yeah, I saw a couple of Purdue guys got picked up by the Jazz and the Rockets. So, of course, my boy Vince got drafted.
Vince, got traded to Houston.
I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, I did. He was at the first pitch for the. It was actually last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's interesting because I'm looking at still Tony's Twitter and he says the if you're looking at the depth, it's really interesting because you have Darren Collison and Kojo, and obviously Aaron Holiday. You have Vic, then we're assuming
Lance,
Bojan, and Alex Poitras as the backup.
Yeah. Which I liked Poitras. For what it's worth, I liked his limited minutes last year.
Yeah. Right now, as our TJ.
TJ and what, Elise?
Well, this was May 4th before the draft. It's a pin tweet on his Twitter. Then centers, you have Miles, Sabonis, Big Al, and Ike. And then holds, obviously, we don't know what we're going to do with year 3, Trevor Booker.
Or Thad.
Then the 23rd, which turned into Holiday.
Yeah.
And then he, unfortunately, still wrote Monte Ellis stretch.
Is he still technically a part of the Pacers? Like, could he play?
Probably.
I thought they bought out the contract, which means he's a free agent. But we just still pay him.
He's still on the payroll, though.
Paying him $2 million this year. You want to feel good about yourself. Monte Ellis doing nothing. 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you want to, feel good about yourself, just suck in the NBA and you get $2 million per year for the next 4 years, so.
Yeah, that's always,
Other notables were paying still Damian Wilkins $2 million. Christmas, which would have been nice up with Aaron Holiday, so we had Christmas and Holiday. Georges Niang and Trey McKinney-Jones are still are off the book after this year.
Yeah, I was hyped about him coming to college.
The only thing I remember from Georges Niang was him winning that costume contest and the fan jam that they do the day before the season starts.
Yeah.
That he dressed up in a Minions costume. That's the only thing I remember about Georges Niang. And then he just faded into history.
Because he had a really good college career, I think at Iowa State.
You're correct.
And he looked good, and when we drafted him, I'm like, heck yeah, I could maybe be PG. And I was way wrong on that.
And then Glenn came in, then nope, no, it's not gonna happen. Let's move on from draft talk. What were you gonna say?
Talk?
Yep, we're gonna shift to Bojan talk / overall team free agency. Out of the 8.9 seconds came an article saying sources are saying that the Pacers are going to retain Bojan Bogdanovic, which means they're going to make his contract, which as of right is only partially guaranteed. So that means they give him, I think he'll get $10.5 million next season. All but hinders there's cap room. Yeah. Unless Thaddeus Young opts out of his deal, which gives us about $13 million of leeway. But as of right now, sources are saying that Pacers are going to sign Bojan Bogdanovic for another year. He'll only be on for another year. This is not an extension or anything. This is just guaranteeing his contract so that he wouldn't be... I don't know how it works, but I think it's his contract would go up by the trade deadline, and he'd be some weird kind of guy, I think. That's how it works? I'm not sure.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
But
you do a little bit.
Regardless, I think he's gonna be on contract. Doesn't matter what would have happened to him. So we will see. Bojan will probably be our small forward next year again. So
yeah, and he rightfully deserves that.
Yeah.
The playoff, we keep mentioning the playoff game.
Yeah.
Versus Cleveland, where he exploded for 30-something points, I believe.
Yeah. As we all know now, the new IHOP, the International House of Bojan.
That's mainly the only reason. Our Twitter, honestly, and then that's mainly the only reason I use Twitter. Memes.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's nowadays.
Yeah.
Keep in touch with you guys on our Twitter.
But primarily memes.
Seriously, my other Twitters, it's just full of memes and stupid stuff like that.
But
yeah, he deserved it. Outplayed Kevin Durant too in the game against Golden State.
One game, not the entire season. So we can clarify.
That one game, I will take it. I never thought I'd be able to say sentence in my life.
Yeah, LeBron James in a playoff game. Let's say that.
Arguably the two forwards in the league. Yeah.
At one point in his.
Everyone
Gotta phrase that better, or else you make it sound like he had like an ungodly season or something.
I don't need to rephrase it. It's fine. But yeah, and I completely agree with taking on his contract. Yeah, it kind of hinders what we can do in free agency, but if we didn't guarantee his contract, we'd really have Alex as our starting small forward.
Yeah.
So.
I think at the contract situation for the Pacers, I think they guaranteed miss him the 10.5 million plus another $2 million. So I think it just gives him an extra $2 million.
Okay.
But I don't know what that means. But I'm not much for contract mumbo jumbo. But as of right now, on roster for the Pacers, obviously Vic is going nowhere unless we trade. Has his player option, which he decide whether or not he's going in or out by Thursday.
Thursday, Friday, those 2 days, yeah.
Rayon is now guaranteed, rumored to be guaranteed. Darrison's on for another year for $10 million. Al Jefferson still on contract for $10 million. Corey Joseph is still on contract for $7.9 million. Lance has a team option, which will be decided this week.
If they don't pick that up,
Lance is going to retire a Pacer. Let's just be honest. I don't think Pacers are going to go anywhere with him.
The fact that we're waiting, like this close, is.
I want to say they're doing this because of LeBron and PG and the big free agents. Because I think they want to wait as long as possible to see if maybe he wants to restructure it or like I don't know. Because once LeBron goes, it's going.
His choice to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, I believe they're going to pick it up. I just don't know.
Yeah, I believe they will too, but I'm just saying
it's only $4.3 million.
And I get what you're saying with waiting with all the free agents and blah blah blah.
Dude, next week is going to be chaotic.
Oh yeah, it's going to be.
Which is amazing in my opinion.
Everyone's waiting on LeBron.
That's exactly, and I think he'll make his decision rather quickly because I don't think he wants to be the personally. Because I mean, let's be all the teams in the NBA are waiting on LeBron, so I don't think anybody's gonna make. That's why I'm saying he's gonna go first because no one's gonna make a move until LeBron goes. Because like
LeBron could just troll the entire NBA and wait till like the last day of free agency.
Dude, that would be insane. Like the last 50. He just says, "Oh yeah, I'm staying." Like everybody's like, "Crap," and they're just like scrambling on the phone, like.
I mean, he has leverage.
Oh yeah, he has the entire NBA finger,
There's
like.
no for him to.
Yeah, I mean, because Philly's going for him, and if they don't get him, then they're going PG, and if PG's gone, it's a domino effect.
I've heard rumor that PG is growing closer and closer to staying in OKC.
And I think what they said, if he stays in OKC, then Lakers are less likely to get LeBron. So maybe that makes Philly.
I mean, they've talked about each other.
Because LeBron wants to go to the Lakers, where it's him and Lonzo. God, can you imagine LeBron and LeVar?
No.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Speaking of LeVar Ball, we're getting our annual ball talk, but
oh yeah,
LiAngelo didn't get drafted, so as
hallelujah,
everyone predicted.
Did you see the?
He could take on the Lakers, and the Lakers aren't going to sign him.
Yeah, I know.
Or not an undrafted free agent. So.
Did you see the entire draft? Was chanting "We want Angelo" at the last 10 picks.
Last pick. I did. I stayed up to watch the entire. Well, I think I got back. Just in, the end of the first round.
Yeah.
And I watched the second round.
I was just entertained. I didn't watch the draft. I was just being entertained by Wojnarowski's alluding to draft selection tweets, which were amazing. Did you see any of those?
No, I didn't.
like because he's under contract to not tip picks, but Ham's shirt, like the guy who runs the Yahoo was just tipping picks, and so Adrian, screw this. So he worded his way around every pick. So like with the Pacers, the Pacers are confident that Aaron Holiday selection at 23. Like that was the entire that's what he would do the entire draft. He would say, I get the feeling the Mavericks are gonna go towards Luka Doncic or whatever. Like it was amazing.
Woj is a goat.
Like nothing can stop from him dropping a Woj bomb. Like ESPN be damned. So it was my entertainment that entire. Like I don't want to watch the ESPN guys. I just want to see how Adrian weasels his way through contract negotiations. So.
I mean, good luck finding another basketball insider that's
the Adam Schefter of NBA.
Yeah.
So, well.
But what we're gonna talk about next, Ted?
I think that's it. We're all waiting on Thad, who's got till the end of the week to make a decision. In terms of this week, Sabonis is already guaranteed next year.
We're just gonna touch on the awards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, the awards are tonight. I think
TNT.
But I think they're late at like 9.
Because it's TNT.
Yeah, I know. But still,
I'll probably watch them.
Probably won't either. I'm not going to, because
the only Pacer award up for nominations are Most Improved with Vic, Fred VanVleet, and I forget who else. Who was the other? It's Vic, VanVleet, and who else?
Capella.
Oh, Capella, that's right.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie had a pretty good year, to be honest. For the Brooklyn Nets, it was.
Yeah, yes. They had another name in there.
He almost made the All-Star game. Don't forget that. There's a whole Twitter game including Spencer Dinwiddie and hashtag NBA vote in every tweet just so we could get Spencer Dinwiddie in the All-Star game. So.
But yeah, then Pritch is up for executive of the year.
Correct, with Danny Ainge, the Rockets GM, the Jazz GM, and I think there's one more. No, that might be it. Yeah, that's it.
I personally give it to Pritch. I mean, is that me speaking bias? Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
we were talking before the show. I could see Pritchard. I could see it being Danny Ainge. I don't think the Rockets, the Jazz didn't do much, albeit that they trade that got them Jay Crowder from the Jazz and
they lost Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, but they also shed
not do that well.
Yeah, but I mean, what did they get from the Cavs trade? They got Jay Crowder. They gave Rodney Hood and George Hill, Rodney Hood was actually an expiring contract. That was at least somewhat worth it.
I still think executive of the year. I know trades is a big part of it.
Yeah.
But it's how you structure the team. I think team performance, I guess, should have a play.
Well, and then
but for me personally, I think Daryl Morey. You have James Harden. You have Chris Paul.
Well, he got Chris Paul.
He got Chris Paul, but
he also got PJ Tucker.
That team had ridiculously high, and they got conference finals. Danny Ainge, the Celtics were projected to do pretty well after they got Kyrie. That they did.
Well, then everybody got hurt.
The Raptors GM.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
One that we forgot.
I personally think it's between Danny Ainge and Pritchard. Just because Danny Ainge got, 2 superstars in one free agency. And even though they both were hurt, they still did well. So.
Yeah, I just think, as I'm saying, speaking from bias, I would go with. We brought in, I believe we had 6 or 7 players. Probably more than maybe.
We brought in BC, Corey Joseph, Bojan, DeMontis, Vic. That's 5. You want to count? You can count draft picks. Oh, Trevor Booker was in season. That's 6.
Yeah, and if you count the draft picks,
That's 8.
of Ike and TJ.
Yeah. Well, his draft was probably the weakest part of that year.
Yeah, it was, but I mean, technically they're still.
Yeah. There's still time to determine whether or not to leave his.
A heck of a lot of new players and managed to exceed anyone's expectations.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still going back to our first episode.
Yeah. How naive we were.
Yep. Thank God for Vic.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the way he brought this team together and took LeBron to the brink of elimination. I think I understand some of the Eastern Conference Final, whatnot. But
yeah.
I'm being hurt and being biased. Just that's me.
Yeah.
Go French.
Fair enough. We'll find out tonight. I don't know what time it is. It's probably on TNT, I think, but I will not watch it. I'll just retweet the tweet that says Victor Oladipo is one most improved and whether or not Pritchard wins the Executive of the Year. But we have that to look forward to tonight. I think that's going to be the end of this episode. There's not much else to talk about. What?
Quick, wanted to throw in we have started.
Oh, I mean this will end of the. Yeah, go ahead.
2 days ago, I believe. And so trying to expand on social media.
If you couldn't hear, we started a Facebook. You cut out, so.
Sorry. But, yeah, I started a Facebook page. It's Pacers Pride Podcast. It's just search that on Facebook. I'll probably post a link to it on our Twitter.
That's fine, yeah.
If I can figure out how to do that or just share the link or something like that. But, yeah, just trying to expand on social media. So we're probably going to I may start to post links to our shows also.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just trying to expand. And so I'll probably be managing that while Dylan takes over the Twitter.
Yep.
So that's just something I thought of would be an idea.
Yeah, and I know it's not the most popular form, but it's
not.
For all you who are on Facebook or whatever, it gives you guys an option to follow us. So
I personally still like Facebook a bit more than Twitter. But
I rarely use Facebook anymore. I'm mostly on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just especially with all the I guess and groups that I'm affiliated with all the Pacers groups on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or on Facebook. So.
Yeah.
So please go give us a like. We greatly appreciate it.
As far as just so we know, last episode we went a little overboard. It was an hour and 30 minutes. So that is why it's not on Blue HQ's media site. We're gonna work on making sure the episodes are a little more manageable for them. So that's why that's not why we're cutting this one shorter than usual. You'll be able to find them on the from now on because we won't be doing any more hour episodes. So this one should be on our website. I hope tomorrow, Wednesday, as well as iTunes. Did you say we're getting our own iTunes page or no?
I think it's just it'll be with them.
Okay, then never mind. It'll still be under Blue HQ. You can subscribe to them, and then you'll find our episodes will pop up on your feed in the podcast app of iTunes. So you can just go on iTunes. I think online you can find too.
Yeah.
You can find them on their website. Find them on SoundCloud, or if you don't like any options, they'll still be on our YouTube page, where you can see my beautiful face and me holding as Cody speaks. So those are your options. This episode should be on there, like I said, today or tomorrow. Last week's will probably only be on YouTube. Again, apologies for that, but we went a little overboard because we hadn't talked to you guys in a while. So our excuse. So, anything you want to add, Cody?
I believe that's. We can talk about doing another episode, like maybe.
I think we wait.
I don't want to say next week. free agency just started.
Yeah, when is free agency does free agency start next Thursday? Because this is like after this Thursday is the moratorium period.
Starts July 1st. So
okay.
We could next Thursday.
Okay, that works.
Something like that.
Because I know there's a moratorium, right, where they infamous DeAndre Jordan, like you can tell them, but you cannot agree to it or like whatever, like you can't sign anything.
Yeah.
When it comes to
official free agency period starts July 1st.
So this is the point where the teams have come to terms with,
Yeah.
So, all right. We'll probably do an episode, like he said, next Thursday. We'll know more about Thad Young at that time. We'll know more about Pacers moves and everything.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I said we'll definitely know about Thad. We'll know about
Lance.
All the options we picked up, options we declined.
Well, the only options we got are Young and Lance. I don't think. Sorry, Joe Young, you to us, but.
Yeah. Aaron Holiday. That's probably.
Yeah. Yeah. With that, we'll probably end this episode. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Bring anything dramatic that happens, like if LeBron comes to Indiana, we'll obviously have an emergency podcast for that. Undoubtedly will happen, but if that does happen, I will run to the studio. Should we start buying billboards, hashtag LeBron to Indy, like right in the Cleveland area?
Sure. Yeah. Well, let's start a GoFundMe for it.
Yeah. Collect all the profits.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's all we got. So, as always, go Pacers!